Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, how many of you think that this Kenya Kwanza government is delivering, especially on the healthcare sectors? We all know about this shift from NHIF to SHA. And we're also aware that yesterday, the board of SHA decided to suspend Elijah Wachira, who is the SHA CEO, and replaced the CEO with Robert Ingasira, who has been appointed as an acting CEO.
Wachira is accused of undertaking unauthorized expenditure of up to 1.6 billion shillings and bangling the transition from NHIF to SHA. Wachira stands suspended as investigations continue.
So what has it that there was misappropriation of funds going into billions, whereas there are other facilities which are still claiming have not been paid? Also, what has it that the CEO was deliberately sabotaging the shift from NHIF to SHA? But ladies and gentlemen, is that the case? Is the CEO responsible for the mess in SHA? I want us to go extensively to this matter because there was a debate in Parliament. There is also word that William Ruto castigated Ndindi Nyoro for pretending not to know about SHA. And there are also allegations that there are facilities which have denied patients services simply because SHA has not paid them. So which is which, ladies and gentlemen? I want us to go extensively into this policy of the Kenya Kwanza government, which based on what is happening, and it's confirmed from the SHA board that things are not working. So is it that the William Ruto government is not listening to the people? Is that the case? Before we get further, please, I'd like to take this opportunity to encourage you to go below there, locate the button with the word subscribe. If you are not subscribed to this channel, please hit it once. And also don't forget to like this video. It's so important because that is the only way YouTube shares our content. Thanks so much for that support. Is it that William Ruto's government is not listening to the plight of Kenyans? Or we could as well say, is it that the SHA CEO, Elijah Wachira, is the one who deliberately sabotaged this whole thing? Earlier on, there was talk that Ndindi Nyoro refused to comment about SHA and pretending not to know about the SHA policies. So this is a matter that forced William Ruto to respond. I want to take you to this particular video of a response from William Samoei Ruto regarding that position that is alleged that Ndindi Nyoro took. So just listen into this video.
Mimi nashangaa ati kuna mjumbe anasimama hapo anasema hajui hata SHIF na SHA ni nini. Sasa wewe umepitisha sheria, alafu unakuja kuambia wananchi, kutapeli wananchi ati hujui. Kwani ulipitisha kitu hujui?
Very well, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I was going through some of the debate proceedings in Parliament, especially for yesterday. And the discussion was all about SHA. You know, for those of you who've managed to go to these public facilities or other private facilities, you realize that patients are really going through hard time. And especially those who are on terminal cases. They can't get treatment. Even if they get treatment, they are forced to foot from their own pocket. Now, the big concern here is that the government is deducting. The payroll has already been raided with deductions. But at the same time, when you go to a facility, you foot the bill. So you pay. So it's like you're double paying. You're paying the government to be a SHA member. You at the same time you're paying the facilities that are supposed to treat you for free because of that cover. Now there is also this policy that I don't know, but I heard that there are those people who don't pay, who can't pay for SHA monthly basis. Now these people, I understand the government is paying 900 shillings per year. Just take a look at this, because this is now where I think it's not going to work. A simple treatment of maybe a flu, for example, you check into a hospital, How much would that cost you? Just go below the comment section and tell us how much would that cost you. Now, based on that answer that you have, ladies and gentlemen, take a look at this. The government is going to pay 900. I don't know, is it per head? Now, this 900 is supposed to sustain you for 1 year, treatment 1 year. Is that going to work? So I think this explains why even the KMPDU chair, talking about Mwachi, at one particular time, read this narrative of SHA and said that this is not something that is going to work. It's not going to work because of the reasons which he gave. I don't know how many of you watched that interview. So what we have been confronted with here, ladies and gentlemen, is a scenario where the government seems to be failing on this SHA. Because if it's acknowledged the fact that things are not working, going to an extent of even having the SHA CEO Elijah Washira suspended, that could only mean one thing, that they have already seen that these things are not working. Already there are so many complaints, and that's why if you took an opportunity to go through the parliament proceedings yesterday, you must have seen how people are clashing with Kimani Ichung'wah.
Mr. Speaker, when the government decided to move from NHIF and now to the SHA, which is the authority, and with the benefits that we have been given by the chair, from SHE to the emergency to the primary care, there was no proper communication and clarity on the benefits. As a former chair, Mr. Speaker, yes, NHIF had many challenges, but when patients visited hospitals, they knew what to expect. So a patient who was to go for dialysis, a patient who was to go for chemo, and who are majority of Kenyans, Mr. Speaker, they knew when they went to hospital what they were to pay and if they were to top up. Unfortunately, Mr. Speaker, when the 1st October came, I also became a victim. I had a patient in hospital, and even with an insurance, Mr. Speaker, it was very difficult to claim what was meant to be NHIF, which now had become SHE under the SHA authority.
Kimani Ichung'wah was literally on the receiving end. He was the one receiving all those blows. You know, I managed to spot and rather sample some of the videos that I wanted to share with you regarding those reactions. But before I share those videos, you know, to be honest, ladies and gentlemen, unless the government thinks about something, you see, NHIF was good, it was working, you know, it just needed some little corrections. Someone argued that why not change the word NHIF with SHA and then retain the policies and probably adjust a bit. What is wrong with that? I mean, why do you have to overhaul the whole thing? These are some of the arguments that have been coming from Kenyans, concerned Kenyans on the ground, and based on their arguments and what is happening and what the SHA board has embarked on, suspending the SHA CEO, we can as well say that they have noticed that things are not working. I wanted to go through a series of these videos from the parliamentarians who are reacting to this issue of SHA. Just watch these videos.
Given the precedence, and I appreciate. Mr. Speaker, I personally went to various hospitals after I got a lot of calls from my voters on matters to do with denial to access to health. I went to 2 hospitals that are mission run, 1 public referral hospital, and 1 level 2 hospital. And I interacted with the patients, and I gathered there is a big problem. Whereas we sat here, like Majority Leader says, and we passed these laws, personally I did not pass them because I had issues with one of them. We must appreciate that you don't bring a new law and rush to implement the law without involving the stakeholders. When I went to those hospitals, Mr. Speaker, one of the hospitals told me and confessed to me that they are owed over 200 million by the former NHIF. And therefore they have a problem. I mean, how do you tell me to continue treating patients under a new program and you've not sorted my previous debts? And I know this is a problem. Most hospitals, by the way, the ones that are rejecting patients, they are rejecting patients because they feel that honestly, somebody needed to come out very clearly and tell them, we are migrating. But are we migrating with your debts? Are we migrating with your problems that we have not sorted under former NHIF? So this is the problem, Mr. Speaker. And let us not come here and read numbers. I appreciate the numbers that have been read out here by Majority Leader, numbers read out by our Health Chair Committee, Dr. Robert Pukose. But numbers is not what our people are waiting for. From this debate, they're waiting to hear how are they going to be treated tomorrow in hospitals, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, when I went to one of the hospitals, I found a patient who was withdrawn from the ward, only to go and queue out for dialysis at 6 a.m. from the ward. And I visited that hospital at 4 p.m. here in Nairobi. And I found that patient in the queues waiting. And he told me the reason why he has been waiting from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. in the day, it is because, Mr. Speaker, the messages that were supposed to be sent from SHA so that he can be embodied for services were not being accepted. We must tell it as it is. This new program is a total confusion, it's a total mess. Our people don't know what to do, and we must go back to the drawing board. But for now, let us withdraw these processes and go back to the original program until we are right. That SHA, she, da.
Very well, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to rest my case there. But just go below in the comment section and offer a reaction regarding this move by the government to suspend the SHA CEO Elijah Wachira and replace him with Robert Ingasira. Is that a solution? Is that going to fix SHA? Just tell us below in the comment section. So perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe. Like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.